we talked about bid and ask rate in the previous slide. Over there we mentioned that we can get the bid and ask rate from dealer as well as from interbank. Bid means buy, ask means sell. So now whether we are getting it from dealer or from interbank, we have some constraints within these two. The constraint we have is that the buy rate from dealer, so 1.3648, has to be less than the sell rate from interbank. If that is not the case, so buy rate has to be less than the sell rate. If that is not the case, then it will happen is that a market participant can go to the interbank, which is most likely another dealer. He can go to the interbank and buy the Canadian dollar, buy the US dollar at the rate of 1.3651, and then sell it to dealer at a higher price, and then make profit, make like a riskless profit out of that. We don't want that to happen. That's why the buy rate for dealer has to be less than the sell rate from interbank. Similarly, sell rate from dealer has to be more than the buy rate from interbank. Again, if that is not the case, there is an arbitrage opportunity. Second constraint I have on bid ask information is called triangular arbitrage. This triangular arbitrage basically means that we have three currencies. So we can, let's say, have a hypothetical currency PQR, and I can have USD, and another currency, let's say Euro. So I have these three currency. I do not know the exchange rate between USD and PQR. So because it's not a well traded currency pair, but PQR is being traded with Euro and Euro is being traded with USD. So I can use these two to calculate my PQR USD exchange rate. In triangular arbitrage, the buy rate from dealer has to be or must be lower than the sell rate from the implied cross rate, and the sell rate from dealer must be higher than the implied cross rate. If this is not the case, then there is a possibility of arbitrage and another participant making risk-free profit out of not satisfying these arbitrage constraints. We will see how to calculate this implied cross currency rate. So over here we have three currencies. One is Japanese yen, we have Japanese yen, we have euro, and we have dollar. So we go to the interbank, we go to the bank and try to get the interbank rates for USD euro pair. The rate is, buy rate is 1.3649, sell rate is 1.3651. For Japanese dollar pair, Japanese yen and dollar pair, it's 76.64 versus 76.66, and we have to calculate the bid and offer, means buy and sell rate, for Japanese and euro pair. So we are going to use the cross currency rate method, and we are going to calculate the implied bid offer rate for this currency pair. So the way we're gonna do it, we have Japanese yen and we have euro, and let's say we are calculating the buy rate or bid rate. So I'm just going to put here B stands for buy or bid. So I can have Japanese yen and then USD. So I need buy rate multiply by USD divide by euro. So this is my buy rate for the currency pair Japanese yen and USD, and then again the buy rate for the currency pair USD and euro. If I'm calculating the buy rate for Japanese yen and euro, I have to make sure that I am having buy rate on the right hand side for both of these currencies. So what will happen is that this USD will cross out with the USD in the numerator, and what I will be left is Japanese yen and euro, so which exactly what I want. Now from the given currency rate, Japanese yen and US dollar, so I have information is 76.64, so 76.64, and I'm going to multiply that by USD euro buy rate, and USD euro buy rate is 1.3649, 1.3649. So this is going to be my answer for the Japanese yen and euro currency buy rate. Similarly, if I have to calculate the sell rate, the only thing I have to do here is for this pair I need the sell rate. So I already have the sell rate for this pair and sell rate for the USD and euro pair. So I have to multiply the sell rate of Japanese USD to the sell rate of USD euro, and that will be my sell rate or ask rate for yen and euro pair. So in that case my answer will be 76.66, and the 76.6 is because I have yen and USD, which is yen and USD, and sell rate is 76.66 multiplied by USD euro sell rate. USD euro sell rate is 1.3651. So this will be my answer in case someone is asking me what is my implied sell rate for yen and euro pair. In this slide, we will learn how to calculate the bid ask rate for inverse pair. So we go to the dealer, and dealer give us the quote for Canadian dollar USD pair, and the quote he gives is that he will buy the USD at the rate of 1.4 Canadian dollar, and he will sell the USD at the rate of 1.402 Canadian dollars. But we want to find out what is the buy and sell rate for USD Canadian dollar pair, so kind of inverse of what we had earlier. So the way we can do it is we can take the given quote here, and for buy rate we can take the opposite of the buy rate, that will become the sell rate, and then we can take the opposite of the sell rate, that will become the buy rate for the pair. So what it means is that 1 divided by 1.4020 and 1 divided by 1.4000. So if I do the math here, this number will be equal to 0.7133, and this one will be equal to 0.7143. So using the given quote on Canadian dollar US dollar currency pair, I was able to calculate the USD Canadian dollar pair, and my buy rate is 0.7133 and sell rate is 0.7143. The thing which we have to keep in mind that this buy rate and sell rate is from dealers or banks perspective. It's not from our perspective. If you are just a participant of the forex market, this doesn't belong to us. This rate belongs as seen by dealer and the bank. We need to learn this concept clearly because we are going to solve some curriculum problem on this concept. So this is example 1 given in the curriculum, and in this example 1 they are asking us to calculate the implied buy and offer rate. So we have 4 currency pair given. We have 4 currency pairs, and then they are asking us to calculate the bid and offer rate for Swedish kroner and euro. So let's calculate the bid rate or buy rate first. So we have SEK and euro, and we are looking to calculate the bid rate or buy rate. So that will be equal to SEK divided by USD, because I have the USD exchange rate given, and it's going to be the buy multiplied by USD divided by euro, and USD divided by euro is also given. So I will again have the buy. So from this Swedish kroner and USD buy rate is 6.8739. 6.8739, and then multiply by USD euro buy rate, which is 1.4559. 1.4559. So if I multiply these two, I should be getting 10.077, and that's the buy rate I have for Swedish kroner and euro exchange rate. Similarly, for sell rate, what I have to do is take 1.4561 and multiply that by 6.8741, and my answer will be 10.0094. So in this case, C is the right answer. Let's go to the next question. So now it is asking what is the bid offer on Japanese yen and Canadian dollars. So for Japanese yen and Canadian dollar, let's calculate the bid rate first. So formula will be Japanese yen and Canadian dollar. So what I need is Japanese yen divided by USD, and then USD divided by Canadian dollar. So I'm looking here for bid rate, and I have to go back and find out what's the bid rate is for these two currencies. So I can get the bid rate for Japanese yen and USD, that is 81.87, and then for USD CAD I do not have any rate given. I have the opposite of that. I have the currency pair where USD is my base currency and Canadian dollar is my price currency, but I am looking for the opposite. What I am looking for is USD CAD pair, and what I have is exactly opposite of that. So to get the USD CAD pair, I have to use what is given to me, and then my buy rate for this pair is 0.9544 and sell rate is 0.9546. So I'm going to take the inverse of these two numbers. So 1 divided by 0.9546 and 1 divided by 0.9544. 0.9544. So this basically what I did, I took the sell rate for CAD USD pair and I took the inverse of that, and the inverse of that will be my buy rate for USD CAD pair, because I'm taking the opposite. So I have to, my sell rate from the previous pair will become the buy rate if I'm just inversing the pair. Similarly, my buy rate will become the sell rate. So my sell rate is, my buy rate for USD CAD pair is 1 divided by 0.9546. So I go to my slide here. So it will become, so this will become 1 divided by 0.9546. And Japanese yen and USD pair, the buy rate is 81.87. So 81.87 multiply by 1 divided by 0.9546. So if I do this in my calculator here, which you cannot see, 81.87 0.9546, my answer will be 85.76, and 85.76 among these three is in option number C. So option number C seems to be the right answer. We are on to question number 3. It says if a dealer quoted a bid offer rate of 85.73, that's the buy rate, and 85.75, that's the sell rate, in Japanese yen and CAD, then a triangular arbitrage would involve buying. So these questions have pretty easy to solve, and the way we are going to do it is, first of all, we are going to draw a line. Okay, in this line we are going to show the interbank market buy rate for the pair and interbank market sell rate for the pair. So the interbank market we calculated was calculated in the previous example, and it's 85.76. So I will write here 85.76, and the sell rate was 85.8. So we can see here, we already know that the sell rate is always more than the buy rate, so that's good. Now let's look at the rate given by dealer, 85.73. so dealer rates are on top, 85.73. so we have discussed this earlier, that the dealer buy rate has to be lower than the interbank market buy rate. So that condition is being met. Second is 85.75. so 85.75 will be on the left of 85.8, and it will be even left of this 8 here. So it will be 85.75. So that is the sell rate from a dealer. We can see here that one of the condition is being broken here. The sell rate from dealer, 85.75, is less than the buy rate from the interbank market rate. So what it means, that dealer is selling the Canadian dollar at a cheaper rate and banks are buying at an expensive rate. So what we can do is basically we can buy the Canadian dollar, $1 Canadian from the dealer. So we will be paying 85.75 yen, and then sell that Canadian dollar to the bank, and we will receive 85.76. So our net profit will be 0.01 yen per Canadian dollar. So it means the profit of 0.01 per Canadian dollar and profit. So it looks like, and a profit of Canadian per. So it looks like only A and C are the right choices here. B is the wrong choice, because B says that we are going to make a profit in Canadian dollar, but that's wrong. We are not going to make profit in Canadian dollar. We will make profit in Japanese yen, and profit is going to be 0.01 Japanese yen per Canadian dollar. Then between A and C, so the question says a triangular arbitrage would involve buying. So we have to buy Canadian dollar from the dealer, because dealer is selling the Canadian dollar at a cheaper rate. So buy CAD in interbank. So this is not the right answer. Buy CAD from the dealer. Yes, so this is the right answer. So C is your right choice here. So that is the right answer. So whenever we have to deal with these kind of questions, it's always good to draw a straight line, and then we can show what the dealer's rate are, dealer's buy and sell rate, and then also look into the interbank market buy and sell rate. The idea is that dealer's buy and sell rate has to be, the spread has to be more than the interbank market rate. If it is not so, then we have an opportunity to get the arbitrage profit out of it. So let's work on question number 4. Question number 4, if a dealer quoted a bid offer of 85.74 buy rate and 85.81 sell rate in Japanese yen Canadian dollar pair, then you would. So we are going to same this problem exactly the same way as we did earlier one. So we are going to draw a straight line, and then we will have the interbank market rate here. So we are going to have buy rate is 85.76, sell rate 85.8, and I took these numbers because in question number 2 we calculated these numbers. And then we have the dealer's rate 85.74, so 85.74 and 85.81. So in this question, you can see that we have the interbank market rate, and the spread of the interbank market rate is narrower compared to the spread given by dealer. So that one condition is met. Second condition we talk about is that the buy rate from dealer should be less than the sell rate from the interbank market. So that condition is also being met. And the sell rate from dealer should be more than the buy rate from the interbank market. So both the conditions are being met. So in this case, we really do not have any arbitrage opportunity. So option A, then you would, option A, not make any arbitrage profit. So option A is the right choice here. Make arbitrage profit, no. Make arbitrage profit, no. So only option A is the right choice. Option B and C are not the right choice. We are on to question number 5. Question number 5 says a market participant is considering the following transaction. Okay, just selecting the pen here. Transaction 1, buy CAD 100 million against the USD at 15.30 London time. So that means that this is afternoon in London and New York is roughly 5 hours behind. So that will be around 10:30 New York time. Okay, and transaction amount is 100 million. Transaction 2, sell CAD 100 million against the Korean won at 9:30 London time. Okay, at that time the London Forex Exchange is down, so not much activity happening there. Transaction 3, sell CAD 10 million against the USD at 3:30 London time. So that's the time. So this 3:30 afternoon London time means that it's around 10:30 in New York. So at that point of time, both the New York office and London office are open. So we have a very high frequency of trades happening in at that time period, or at that time stamp. So question says, given the proposed transaction, what is the most likely ranking of the bid offer spread from tightest to widest? So in terms of tightest, I would say that this is going to be number one rank. The reason it's going to be number one rank because the trade is between Canadian dollar and US dollar. It has a very high trade frequency, and also trade is happening when both the London office and New York office are open, and at the same time trade amount is for 10 million compared to 100 million here. So definitely this is going to be very tight spread for number one. The second in rank will be here, because again everything is same except what we have done between transaction 1 and transaction 3 is that transaction 1 has a bigger dollar number now. Because it's a bigger dollar number, so there is a risk attached to that, and the dealer would love to have that extra spread just to cover for the additional risk he's taking, because he's jumping from 10 million to 100 million dollar transaction. The third rank will go to transaction number 2, and in case of transaction number 2, we are dealing with a high dollar number here, 100 million. That's a point 1. Second is we are dealing with Korean won. So that's Korean won is well-known currency, but it's not traded as frequently as USD and CAD pair. And then it's also being traded when it's 9:30 in London. So definitely all these three reasons are causing it to have a very wide spread. So based on the answers here, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, that should be the ranking. So 3, 1 and 2 will be on answer number C. So answer number C is the right choice here. Thank you.